Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're already part of the Sprinkle Squad. I'm so excited to see you again, and today I've got an exciting build for you. I've decided to create a plant cafe. So in case you did not know, we just got this new cafe bistro kit in The Sims 4, and honestly, I don't know why, but I just really wanted to make a plant cafe. I just wanted to put plants everywhere. So this was actually a really fun build to make. And I will say, since I decided to use a round wall here, that, no surprise that we do have an issue when it comes to the round portion of this build. And in particular, it is that I could not actually paint the ceiling in that circular portion. So apologies if you notice that in the screenshots and all, but for whatever reason, it was just giving me a really hard time and it just didn't want to paint the ceiling in that portion. But I went ahead and painted the rest of it because I just really wanted to. And I think this ended up coming out really cute. I tried to make this a really nice community lot as well. I try not to just if I'm going to make a community lot, I try to make it to where your Sims have a lot of things to do when they come and hang out here. So I do end up including a really nice reading hangout area in the second floor. So a bunch of bookcases, and then I put a don't wake the llama table and all kinds of good stuff up there. And I also included kind of a see-through roof here because it just kind of reminded me of a greenhouse, and I just thought that would be really cute to have here as part of this build. And we do have a really cute little patio that's got 2 seats on it. It's not huge, but I think it looks really cute out there. And actually out to the right of this build, I was really back and forth about what I wanted to do with it. So originally I was like, well, maybe I'll put a parking lot out there, and that's, where people come and park. But then I'm like, well, this is actually the part of Windenburg that has I've actually never built here, but it's got several lots right around this little town square kind of area. So it felt weird to have a parking lot there. So what I actually ended up doing was almost put a little gardening area out to the side. So we do have a little outdoor eating area as part of the cafe, but then I set up some gardening boxes out there and what am I trying to say? A flower arranging table. I was about to say a plant making table. No, the flower arranging table out there and the wishing well. And I actually end up including some of those tables where you can sell stuff. I thought it'd be really cute kind of to treat it like a farmer's market or something. Your Sims could come and sell stuff at the table while they're there. Since it is a community lot, there'll be other Sims there. So I don't know. I just thought that would kind of be a really cute, adorable idea. So hopefully your Sims have enough stuff to do here. And I really was back and forth about did I want to do a cafe or more of a restaurant? But I just thought I'd go with the simple cafe instead of having it to be something that you really had to manage. That it's just something your Sim can come and hang out at. And actually, I really kind of want to add this to my own Sims game. Although I don't play The Sims 2 very often. I mostly build, but I do like having lots that my Sims can actually go and hang out in, especially if I want to go meet other people, that kind of thing. So you're not always at your own house. And so I recently made a spa as well, and I usually don't do too many community lots to begin with, but I thought this would be a really fun addition. And I honestly need to use the new Riviera kit as well. I have not really used much. I think I end up using a plant maybe in this build from it. And by the way, this is not a limited pack build by any stretch of the imagination. Since I wanted to use a bunch of plants everywhere, I didn't want to limit myself just to the bistro and the base game. So I kind of included probably almost all of the packs here, since I included so many plants. But I think it came out really cute, and I wouldn't want to think about how to actually take care of this lot. If this was really your cafe and your business and having to upkeep all of those plants, I feel like it would be kind of a nightmare. But I did end up going through and adding in multiple types of siding here, and I just tried to add kind of those rustic wooden touches around as well. I think it turned out really cute, and I definitely struggled with the chimney a lot. I feel like I like to do custom chimneys, but they're just kind of difficult if you're trying to combine other items, that kind of thing. And then I had an issue finding swatches that looked like they matched. It was a whole entire thing. So I think it turned out really well in the end, but it definitely took me a little bit of time to figure out the actual chimney portion. And then I kind of bounced around between inside and outside trying to figure out exactly what I wanted this to look like. And I do end up putting the new bistro sign kind of on that fence there. And I guess I lied. I did also use from the Riviera kit, I did use the new like stepping stones we got, which is actually really exciting because I do like to take the ones that are kind of in debug base game and create my own little paths. But it was really nice to actually just have some that are just in the game meant to be used that way. I had thought about using the pergola thing that came, gazebo thing that came with the Riviera kit, but I ended up actually taking that out. I kind of put it out to the side in case I wanted to. Like I said, I had like a lot of thoughts about what I wanted to do to the right side of the build. And I will also say that so I created this little bathroom here with these stalls, which I thought looked really cute. And I was like, I guess when I play test it, I'll figure out whether my Sims can actually get into the stalls. I was a little worried about that. And sure enough, I was right. Your Sims cannot get in there. So I actually ended up just swapping them kind of to the back wall, which I don't know why I didn't do to begin with, because it makes so much more sense to do it that way. But for whatever reason, when I was building this portion of the build, it just didn't occur to me. So I do end up swapping those around so your Sims can actually get into all of that. And on that note, it has been play tested, so hopefully you don't have any issues. And it is up on the Sims 4 gallery under my ID, spicensprinkles, all one word, all lowercase, and down in the description if you want to see it written out. And just adding, of course, a bunch of plants, lighting, and then I do add in the little plant like photos that we have here too. I guess technically they're like leaves, not like full-on plants, but I thought they looked really cute in here. And then just using like, I think technically that might be hand sanitizer, but I use it as like a soap dispenser and a paper towel dispenser. And then actually those curtains that we got with the bistro kit are actually super cute, and I really do like all of the items we got with this kit. I will say I was kind of surprised, but I actually really do like them. The tile is super nice as well, and I did not use the wall tile just because I felt like it was a little bit busy. But then I just added in here that cafe piece, and we kind of just put it in the back over there, and then just basically put seating kind of all over the place. But they end up having like this like bar back like cabinetry, so I put that in there too. I know this is like a cafe versus maybe like, I don't know, I guess they made this more of like a restaurant-y kind of thing is what it feels like, but I end up putting that in there, and of course putting a bunch of clutter on it. And I will say that that tall menu piece that I put back there on the wall, I was a little bit frustrated because it actually clips through to the second floor, so you can like see it. And I wish like it didn't do that, and I don't know why it does that. I feel like that was like a little bit of an oversight that works like that. But I do end up actually just upstairs putting bookcases where that clipping is happening, so you don't see it in the build. But I don't know, I was just surprised when I went to the second floor to actually start building. I was like, why can I see that clipping through the floor? Like, why is that happening? Because I actually put a menu board like in that side door as well, like in that little room. But because of where it was clipping, I was like, I really don't like that. So I put it in there, and then when I figure out it was clipping, I end up taking it back out. But then combining some of the Modern Luxe like wallpaper, I'm pretty sure that was Modern Luxe, along with this like leafy wallpaper, I think ended up being super cute. And then using the For Rent rugs here as well. I feel like we've got a lot of items more recently that like lended itself really well to this area. And then just kind of including a little seating area with a plant in it, and I just thought that was so cute. I don't know like how realistic that would be, like you're sitting there and there's just like a branch in your face, but I thought it looked cute. And in The Sims it doesn't matter, so I kind of just left it that way. And then I end up just putting in like two little booths here, which are actually super adorable. I do like the new booths we have, and I feel like the newer items that we're getting in the game, a lot of times they remind me of like really nice like CC, so that's really exciting. I feel like we have like a little bit of a design shift. I feel like the items are a little bit nicer in the more recent packs, at least in my opinion. And I don't really use Build CC since I do upload everything to the gallery, and I want you to be able to access it like really easily without having to download any kind of CC. But also, honestly, I feel like that's just also to save my computer, because if I started downloading Build CC, I feel like my computer would just explode. Like, I feel like I would download so much because there is so much out there, like seriously. Like, and I love the fact that, you know, if you don't want packs, or like you can't like buy them because they are super expensive, that you can actually just use some CC, which is really nice as well. And actually, on that note, if you do like have any favorite like CC creators, be sure to like comment those down below in case people are looking for suggestions. Like, I like that, in our community we could like share that information with each other. I think that would be super wonderful. And like I said, I wish I could, but I really feel like my computer would just give up. Like, I would completely run out of room. I do have some like cast CC that I use, since I don't really do I don't upload Sims or anything like that, so I don't really feel bad about using it. But I also do use a reshade, the Dove 2.0 reshade, and I have that link down below as well if you're ever wondering. Like, my game does look a little bit different in terms of like the shading and lighting in it, and it's just that I have a reshade installed, and I feel like it really brings like all the colors to life, and I can really tell when it's like on or off. So I like to mention that too periodically, in case like you notice like, why does your game look different? It's because of the reshade. So be sure to check that out if you're interested in it. And it is definitely not something I created, but like I said, it's linked down below. And then out in that like rounded room, of course, I just have like these two little tables that I put over there because, of course, the round walls are being round walls. In The Sims 4, when I was building this, they were giving me so many issues. Like, I had to like pause my recording several times just to move like items around. Like, it was a little bit frustrating, but I thought the rounded wall looked just so pretty and so cool from the outside, so I really wanted to include it. And then just adding, of course, a bunch of clutter back there, including a fruit bowl. If anybody's looking for it, it is back there on the shelf behind the little like cafe bar. And I do end up putting like 2 chairs over in the corner. I had no idea what I wanted to do over there, so it's kind of one of the last things I do in this like bottom floor, because I was like, I don't know, but I thought it was really cute. I use these eco lifestyle chairs, which kind of, I don't know, I feel like they were recycled like coffee bean bags or something, and like it was turned into a chair, was kind of my thinking. And I do end up pulling out, I think it's from Cottage Living, there was like this stack of like potting soil bags, which I do know they're potting soil, but I wanted to pretend that they were like coffee bean bags, so I put those kind of behind that little bar area as well, just to give it like some, I don't know, like it just nice clutter, I feel like. So we're just gonna pretend, okay? Because it really is lovely. I don't know if you've ever been into a coffee shop that like I went into one like when actually it was, I think when I was a kid, and they would have like the coffee bean bags like out, like they were just there. Oh my gosh, it just smelled so good. Like, I feel like cafes and like coffee shops just smell so amazing. Like, I want to like iced coffee now, like like, or any kind of coffee. I think like now I'm in the mood for that now, just talking about it and thinking about how good it smells. Like, I feel like I've had several different like coffee scented candles in my house too. Like, oh, so good. I think it's like, so I use a lot of candles in my own home. I say a lot. I have like one candle in my kitchen that I like to use, but I've bought a bunch of candles. I have like this whole area dedicated just to like the 3-wick candles from Bath and Body Works. They are honestly my absolute favorite. But I was thinking particularly of I think it's like Paris Cafe or something like that, and it smells so amazing. But I feel like I'm gonna go off on a tangent and talk way too much about candles if I start doing that. So I will refrain from just talking about candles a whole lot, but seriously, I love them, and wallflowers like all over my house. But anyways, so just adding some curtains in here to just like give it a little more like ambiance in here, and I just think it looks super cute. And of course, adding some more plants in here as well. And like I said, I play tested it. Your Sims seem to like not have really any issues in this lot. So again, hopefully you don't have any issues here. And I do want to mention to be sure to have bb.move objects on when you place this lot, since I do use that when I build. If you don't have it on when you place it, it can actually delete items if it feels like the items are intersecting, which in my build, there's probably a lot of those since I pile items so close together. And then upstairs, I do end up just putting in like a little like book library space, and then I end up putting in the, like, over in that little nook I end up is where I put the Don't Wake the Llama table. And I tried to use the Crystal Creations bookcases because I loved the, like, ladder that was on it. I thought that was super cute. But there was just something about the swatches that just weren't speaking to me. Like, that green swatch, I really wanted it to work, but it just didn't feel right. Like, to me anyways. So of course you can feel free to swap those out if you want to, if you download it, but it just, I don't know, it didn't match super well to me. So I end up swapping them out, which made me a little sad because I don't think I've actually used those yet, but like I love the idea of them, but I don't know why I haven't really used them. So maybe I need to make a serious effort to actually use them in a build coming up. And then of course putting in another fireplace up here. I just feel like the fireplace adds such nice like lighting in spaces, especially when I'm taking screenshots. And so that's kind of why I include them. And I've actually, let's see, I've owned 3 different houses now and a ton of apartments. I've never had a real fireplace before. So I just think it's funny that I put them like everywhere. Like now this house, like my current house does have like an electric fireplace, which I do love so much. Like I just love the look of it. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's too hot. Like, to have actual fire in my house. Like I am somebody who keeps their AC really low. You can ask anybody that's ever come to my house. They're always bringing like jackets with them. Like if like when they come over, they come prepared. So I'm definitely not someone that usually uses like actual fires or like a lot of heat or anything. I like it a lot cooler. But anyways, again, another like total tangent, but I also put a bunch of like board games over here because I figured this would just be like a cute little hangout area, because I've been in like different coffee shops too that have had like games for you to play and just like areas for you to hang out in. So I thought that was a really cute idea to have in here. And I do end up having to scoot the table over just a little bit so your Sims can actually go and light the fireplace. I was a little worried about that, and sure enough, it was a little bit too close. So like I said, the version of this build that you download totally works and you shouldn't have any issues hopefully getting to that. But in case you were wondering, yes, those were a little bit too close. But I do end up swapping out these bookcases and I like them a lot better. I also liked the color of the books too, if that makes sense. And I did want to use those windows over there, but then I realized they were clipping into the roof, which I wasn't even thinking about. And I will say one of the windows on that side, one of the taller ones in that like cute little like game area, is in fact clipping into the roof, but honestly I just really liked it there, so I left it. So if you notice that, I know that it did that, but I just liked the way the window looked on the inside, and I figured you probably won't be looking at the side of the build very often, so, you know, weighing my options, I decided to leave it that way. But again, just adding in a bunch of clutter over here, and we do actually end up putting a stand-up piano here as well. So again, this is definitely a place where your sim can come and like do a bunch of stuff here, like learn different skills. We have an easel out on the porch as well, and I figured, you know, downstairs you could add a computer or two if you wanted to, so your Sims can come and hang out here. Or if your Sim does have a laptop, I think you can just place those into your Sim's inventory and bring them here so they can come and like work on stuff or whatever. Like I like the idea of your Sim, like if they're at university, they can come and like write their paper here, that kind of thing. Like I just feel like that would be super cute. And then just adding in a bunch of pieces here. I tried to like make it to where it was a little bit eclectic, like they may have founded them or thrifted them kind of thing, like, or recycled these pieces of furniture, because I just thought that was really cute. And we do also add in a chess table over here too. Again, just a lot of stuff to keep your Sims busy while they're here, or if you bring like the whole family, hopefully there's stuff for everybody to do, or maybe like the parents bring their kids with them while they're selling out at the selling like tables downstairs, that kind of thing. Like just, you know, that there's plenty to do. And then I do end up putting a bonsai tree in here as well. So again, just more skill building. And I just had so much fun with this build, to be honest, like just adding in all of the plants. Just if it had leaves on it, it's probably in this build. And of course, a bunch of hanging plants. I want more hanging plants in The Sims. I just want to go ahead and put that out there into the universe, that like if the Sims team is listening, I want more hanging plants because they're so beautiful. I do know we also have some in the Nifty Knitting. If you go into debug, there's several of those with different heights as well. So if you're looking for more hanging plants, that would be a good place to look for them. And then, like I said, over here is where we end up adding in the piano. And I just thought that was such a cute little area over here, and just leaving in that little like pillow blanket basket. I just thought that was so cozy. Although I feel like if I went to like a lot where like they just had a basket of blankets and pillows, I don't know if I would use them. I feel like but you know, it's The Sims. So it looks cute, so I put it in here, but I was just kind of like, I don't know, like in real life, maybe not, but in The Sims, we can do that. We can kind of do whatever we want to in The Sims. And then just adding in 2 chairs up here, and of course, a bunch of plants and an easel. So your Sims can come and do that as well. Like, and this actually originally, I think, was a library lot, if I'm not mistaken. I think, so this is the Quad Manor lot, again, in Windenburg. So if you want to place this on the lot that I built it on, that's where it is. And I also put all that information down in the description too, if you're interested in putting it in its original lot where I built it. But obviously you can put it wherever you want to. That is totally up to you. And again, just adding in plants, and more plants. And then I feel like I really was procrastinating, like the right side of this build. I was just like, man, I don't know what to do with it, but we do figure it out, and I am happy with it in the end. And then just adding in kind of one of those hanging plants there. I thought that was super cute, and I used actually those big planters. I don't think I usually ever use those because they're so large, but I thought they looked really cute here. And I do end up putting in like a floral archway here. I think the one from Cottage Living is the one I used, and just end up like sizing it up so it's like super huge. But I don't know, I just wanted this to be a really cute, almost like magical place to kind of come and hang out. I just thought it was like super adorable to have that here. And then I used 3 different kinds of those like selling tables. So that one that's right there is the one from Crystal Creations, and then I added like 2 other ones as well. And then, like I mentioned earlier, we do have the wishing well here. So, and in case you've never used this item, good things can happen and bad things can happen if you use the wishing well. So just be warned that, like, you know, you never know what's going to happen. And then I end up putting some little tree stumps over here. Again, just a place for your Sims to come and sit and hang out. And then I put some planter boxes over here. I do end up putting like 2 different like flower bushes in like 2 of them, just because I thought it looked really cute. So if you do want to use those, you can easily just delete those bushes out, but I just like the way they looked. So if they are there, I actually don't know if your Sims will even use the planter box or not. I've actually never tested that, but the other 2, of course, you can plant in and all that kind of good stuff. I just thought it looked cute that way, especially for screenshots. It just felt really empty, like not to have anything there. And then I do end up finding that little like hanging, like it looks like a bookshop kind of sign, which I thought would be really cute since we do have a little library upstairs. I thought that would work really well here. And then just, of course, adding in more and more flowers. And I end up like near the flower arranging table. I also have like a little table where maybe somebody has literally been working there and like made a bunch of arrangements, and they're just kind of placed there on the table, because I thought that would just be a really cute touch as well. And I will say, luckily, I had to load back into the slot several times while building and taking screenshots, and it never deleted my terrain paint, which is honestly shocking because usually the terrain paint's always gone when I come back to my builds, which is, you know, not great. But luckily this time it worked out. So I didn't have that issue and didn't have to repaint any of the terrain paint. But again, as a warning, if you do place it and it's gone, it's just something that kind of happens, unfortunately, in The Sims when you get stuff off the gallery. And or if you just load back into lots, that will happen. So I don't think that's one of the things that they've fixed. But like, I would be so happy if it was, because that honestly is not great. But it's been doing it for a really long time now. So again, just adding more and more plants over here. So it just kind of looks like somebody has been working on making flower arrangements over here. And then just kind of putting a little fence there to separate off this area. And then, yes, I do put little rugs by them because I just thought that was really cute and added a little more personality. Is it realistic, you know, in the real world? No, not really, because then, you know, it'll rain and all of that, but that's okay. In The Sims, it's fine. And then just adding that overgrown fountain piece there from the Romantic Garden pack there, and I just thought that looked so cute there, as well as I think that fountain is also from the Romantic Garden stuff pack. So just adding in the last finishing touches here to really bring this lot to life. But if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and I hope you have a really sweet day. Bye, everybody.